Okay, so for Flynn, you said no more ulcer because he had an ulcer last time he came.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything. Of course, we can't look behind that third eyelid where it's stuck there, but we don't see any ulcers on what we can see right now. And with how comfortable he is, we don't suspect there's an ulcer behind there at this moment. And he's also reached 1 kg size-wise, so he's gaining weight really well. What I would recommend is let's give him at least another 3 to 4 weeks before we talk about surgical resection of that symblepharon area and seeing what we can see underneath there. Of course, I know Dr. Bertram probably talked with you about this extensively, but whenever we do the symblepharon resection, we of course don't know what the state of the cornea is underneath there until we're in surgery in that moment. So sometimes we can open that area up and see extensive ulceration or signs of previous ulceration. He does still have light perception from that eye, because whenever we shine a light over on that side, his pupil on the other side constricts. So there's a little bit of vision in both eyes there, which is great. But definitely give him at least another month to be gaining some weight and continuing to improve on that. And we'll continue him on the terramycin in that left eye since he does still have some conjunctivitis going on. But we can give him a break from having to get famciclovir in him for right now.
Great. So the only thing he needs is terramycin 2 or 3 times a day?
And then we can do the lubricant as needed as well, just to keep his eyes nice and comfortable and provide an added barrier protection there. But he's doing great.
Awesome.
Yes.
So now what about our next pumpkin
Now,
who looks...
yeah. So for him, he does unfortunately still have an ulcer in that right eye. It's still very superficial, no depth to it, and he has vessels reaching the area. It's just being a little slow to heal. So I touched it with a cotton tip applicator, roughened up the surface a little bit to make sure that the healing process wasn't being slowed down by the top layer not wanting to stick appropriately. And he doesn't look like he's gotten any bigger either, which is good. It's just going to take some time, and you can see the yellow stain where it's still there.
But so the right eye is the issue. The left eye is fine?
The left eye still has some conjunctivitis in there, but doesn't have any ulcerations of the cornea or the conjunctiva from what we can see, which is great news. And in his right eye, last time when Dr. Bertram saw him, and she sent me videos of what she saw then too, his conjunctivitis isn't as severe as it was. We just need that cornea to heal up some. And since he's still smaller, he's gonna need a little more time before we're talking about doing any sort of symblepharon resection or anything for him. We wanna get him over this ulcer hurdle, get him to continue gaining some weight and reach a healthy state before we talk about putting him through that.
Got it. So what's the meds for?
Yeah, so we're not gonna do the
Baxly
serum right now, but we'll do the ofloxacin still 4 times a day in that right eye. Still doing terramycin in both eyes since there's still a little mild bit of conjunctivitis there. And then for him, I would continue the famciclovir since his signs are more persistent than for Flynn. And then e-collar, I would say as much as possible. I know sometimes kittens are very sneaky and get it off and do all that. But we don't want him to rub it with his paw and potentially worsen the area or make it more infected since there's no infection evident today right now.
Okay.
And then we'll see him back in 2 weeks just to make sure that we're on the path to healing.
Great. Hear that, guys? Everyone's so sleepy.
Tired them out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Doc.
You're welcome.
All right.